start to finish was amazing to me. Like from the planning stages all the way to the end. All of us have touched her. Mary and Andy touched on it's not about you, it's about me. And I learned that over and over and over again throughout the whole week. We had talked, and Mark and I probably already have similar stories. We probably should have talked before we did this, but we talked about going and made our plans, and then our business truck broke down. Obviously, cost thousands of dollars. So we thought, okay, well, it's not going to happen. So just forget it. And God said, Sean, get on your knees. It's not about you. It's about me. And so we did, and the Lord laid it on some generous person's heart to send us, and we went. And issues came up along the way the whole time. I would never think of leaving my kids with anybody but my mother, and she was going and getting her own son. So we had kid issues come up, and babysitter issues come up, and every single time I found myself saying, okay, well, it's not going to work. I'm not going to go. And again, the Lord spoke to me and said, Chandra, get on your knees. It's not about you. It's about me. And he just continuously opened the door time after time again. And I finally gave in and said, okay, God, if you really want us to go, we're going to go. And in doing that, I started to think about my goals for the week, what I wanted to learn, what I wanted to get out of it. Mark had never gone before, and this was my third trip. And so I thought, okay, good, I'm going to go down there, I'm going to accomplish my paperwork for our adoption process, I'm going to take care of all that business, take care of all that legal stuff, introduce Mark to his girls, and that's going to be an awesome thing. And again, the Lord said, well, no, it's not just the legal stuff, you're going to be taught something. It's hard to even explain the attack that orphanage is under. It's almost eerie, and anybody that's been there knows what I'm talking about. Satan is on a war path with these kids, with Ed and Rosa, with Gary and Linda, with all of these adoptions in process. We saw it with my mom's adoption, and Chad and Christie's, and the Rileys. Just a long, long, hard road. And you think you get over an obstacle, and Satan throws something else out there. And every time, God prevails. Right? But it's definitely a war. It's definitely a battle. While we were there, Mark did get the opportunity to meet our girls, and they fell in love with him, which was a huge, huge answer to prayer, because you never know. You never know what kids you're going to bond with. You never know how they're going to react to you. I especially prayed about Andrea. She's the littlest. She doesn't usually warm up to new people very easily, and the very first day, she was on his shoulders, on his lap, on his stomach, all over him, hugging him, loving him, all three of them. So we went along thinking, okay, this is great, you know, the girls are happy, we're happy, kind of just got into a groove, you know, doing our thing, and then we were thrown a wrench into the system, and Satan was on attack again. We had a great lunch with Alex. We accomplished a lot, and then the next day, we got a phone call from Alex saying that the girl's mother came forward and does not want to sign off. And not only does she not want to sign off, she wants them back. So again, we were like, oh my goodness, what? Are you kidding me? This is horrible. And Linda said, Chandra, get on your knees. That's all you can do. So I did. I went in the bedroom in our house, and I got on my knees, and I prayed, and I prayed, and I prayed, and a peace came over me. And that's not to say that, okay, everything's going to go smoothly from here on out, and it's all going to work out the way that I want it to work out. But I know that the Lord is never going to leave me. He's going to help me through whatever it is that's thrown at us. Whether that means we get our girls, and it takes a really long time, or we don't get them, and their mother is saved and can take good care of them. But I just know that no matter what it is, God is bigger than anything that can happen, and He will prevail. It is a battle, but He always comes out on top, and He'll always win. And when we got together, I think it was the last night we got together and prayed with Ed and Rosa, I never felt God's power so much in a small room. It gave me goosebumps to hear all of us pray. And I just knew that we were surrounded. And that's kind of my prayer. Well, it's not kind of, it was my prayer when I left there for those kids. You know, I think things are pretty bad and, you know, news really stinks, but these kids have been abandoned, abused, neglected, molested. They have been treated so horribly, we can't even comprehend it. And like Amy said, they're up every morning at 5 o'clock in the morning praising their God. And I just know that the Lord wraps his arms around them every single day, and he's going to help them through. So, of course, he's going to help us.